Are you getting ready to take the Praxis ParaPro Assessment Test 1755? If so, you're in the right place. Welcome to the Praxis Test Prep channel. I'm Tom, a test prep expert with Study.com. We're proud to partner with ETS, the official creators of the Praxis exams, to bring you the most up-to-date and reliable information straight from the source. That means everything we share is designed to help you succeed and mirrors what you'll experience on test day. At the end of this video, you'll have all the key information, expert strategies, and confidence you need to pass this test and take the next step forward, becoming a paraprofessional in education. So stick with me, and let's get ready to pass the Praxis ParaPro Assessment. Let's start with the basics. If you're looking to assist students with literacy, support math instruction, or help create an effective learning environment, this exam ensures you have the knowledge and ability to provide meaningful support to teachers and students. The ParaPro measures the foundational skills you need in reading, writing, and math, as well as how to apply these skills in a classroom setting. Roughly 2/3 of the questions in each subject area will focus on basic academic skills, while the remaining 1/3 will ask you to apply these skills in a simple classroom scenario. This means you're not only being tested on your ability to read, write, and solve math problems, but also how well you can use those skills to help students learn. ParaPro is a computer-based test that you can take at an authorized testing center or at home via online proctoring. We have a whole video that compares these two options that I highly recommend you watch in case you have questions. Wherever you choose to take it, the exam will give you 150 minutes to complete 90 multiple-choice questions. To maximize your score, you need a solid approach to pacing and prioritization. Here's how to do that. Stick to about 1 minute and 40 seconds per question on average. Use this as a general guide to keep you moving steadily through the exam. If you find an easier question, complete it quickly and bank a little extra time for the more challenging ones. And if you're stuck on a question, don't dwell on it. Mark it for review, skip it, and move on to the next one. This ensures you're answering as many questions as possible within the time limit. When you circle back later, you'll often find the answer comes to you more easily with a fresh perspective. Now let's talk scoring. The ParaPro is scored on a scale ranging from 420 to 480. Each state or school district sets its own passing score requirements, so it's important to check what score you'll need based on where you plan to work. You can check online at praxis.ets.org. I've linked to the specific page in the description. Since the scoring process isn't based on a simple percentage, aiming for the highest possible number of correct answers is the best strategy. There's no penalty for guessing, so never leave a question blank. If you're unsure of an answer, make an educated guess and move on. Also, don't let tricky wording confuse you. Look for keywords that indicate what the question is really asking. Finally, remember that 1/3 of the questions will be scenario-based. These questions will present you with a possible real-life situation and ask you to think like a paraprofessional and determine the best way to help students understand a concept. If you're unsure of an answer, consider what would be the most beneficial for students learning and follow these 3 guiding principles. 1. Put students first. Always choose the option that prioritizes student learning, engagement, and inclusivity. 2. Follow established practices. Align your answers with common classroom routines, rules, and professional boundaries. 3. Promote active learning. Focus on answers that actively involve students in understanding concepts like hands-on activities or collaborative discussions. Let's go over some important test policies you need to know before test day. First off, you won't be allowed to bring or use a calculator, so you must practice mental math, estimation, or traditional paper and pencil methods. You'll be provided with scratch paper at the testing center, so take some extra time to practice basic arithmetic, working with fractions, and solving percentages manually before test day. Now, what about formulas? Unfortunately, you won't be provided with a formula sheet either, so you'll need to have some basic math formulas memorized as well. I recommend focusing on a few geometry formulas such as calculating area, perimeter, and volume for basic shapes. I'm going to display those on screen now. Feel free to pause to jot them down, and please take time to practice solving problems with these formulas so that you're confident using them on test day. All right, now let's take a deeper look at the content you'll see on the ParaPro. Remember, the test is divided into 3 equal sections of 30 questions, and each counts for the same 1/3 of your final score. The reading section focuses on comprehension skills, vocabulary, and how to interpret information from written text, tables, and graphs. You'll be asked to identify the main idea and support details of a passage, understand the meaning of words based on context, and determine whether a statement is fact or opinion. Since paraprofessionals often assist students with reading, you'll also be tested on your ability to support students on how to sound out words, break words into syllables, or use pre-reading strategies like skimming or making predictions. In the math section, you'll be tested on fundamental math concepts including number operations, algebra, geometry, measurement, and data analysis. You'll need to perform basic addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division with whole numbers, fractions, and decimals. There will also be questions on place value, exponents, percentages, and solving simple equations. Since math instruction is a key part of many classroom settings, you'll also see questions like explaining number relationships or interpreting graphs to help students understand trends. The writing section assesses your ability to recognize correct grammar, sentence structure, punctuation, and spelling. You'll need to identify and correct errors in written English such as subject-verb agreement, run-on sentences, and commonly confused words like there, and there. Another part of this section focuses on applying writing skills to classroom instruction. This might involve helping students with pre-writing strategies, organizing their ideas into paragraphs, or editing their work for clarity and correctness. Don't forget to explore the other videos on this channel as they provide detailed tips, examples, and step-by-step solutions to help you tackle different question types with confidence. Okay, I know this is a lot, but stick with me just a little longer. Let's talk about preparing for the ParaPro. It's going to require a targeted approach, which brings me to my final strategy tip. Take a full-length practice test early in your prep. This identifies your strengths and pinpoints areas you need to work on. Think of it as your roadmap for focused studying. Here's a bonus tip. If a full-length test feels too daunting, consider checking out Study.com's diagnostic quizzes. Study.com has customized quizzes for each Praxis test code to analyze your performance and create a personalized study plan. This helps you focus your efforts where they'll have the biggest impact. Finally, regardless of how or where you're practicing, try to practice like it's the real test. Stick to your time limits and limit yourself to the resources that you'll have available on test day. Remember, preparation isn't just about learning the content, it's also about mastering test-taking strategies and building the confidence to succeed on test day. And that's it, your ultimate guide to conquering the ParaPro. For more detailed practice, strategies, and walkthroughs, check out our Praxis ParaPro playlist here on YouTube, and then make your way over to Study.com and check out one of our Praxis test prep courses. Our users boast a 92% pass rate, and our courses include full-length exams, hundreds of practice questions, and additional video lessons specifically tailored to the latest test updates. With our resources, you'll know exactly what to expect on test day. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more updates on Praxis exams, and leave your questions and success stories in the comments below. Remember, we're rooting for you every step of the way. You've got this.